I took my son to his martial arts class last night, my oldest boy, and it's been a while since I've been able to do that. And on the way there, he said, "Are you going to be able to watch me?" And I said, "I won't be able to today, buddy. I got to go to the gym after this. I'm going to drop you off. I'll see you inside, and then your mother's going to come pick you up at the end of it. I'll probably get home after you're in bed." And he's a bit bummed out, and he says, "Can you please stick around and watch me for a bit?" I said, "You know what, sure. I like watching him, I do. And it would work out where I could still go to the gym a bit later. So I was like, I'll stick around for a bit and I'll watch." And so already from the get-go, I was in a very thoughtful mood, just going, wow, I really want to appreciate this time to watch him do his thing, which I enjoyed doing. And I was very grateful that it meant a lot to him that he wanted me to watch. And as the class was going on, they started doing an exercise working on their clinching work. About half the class would stand up, and then the rest of the kids would come around and put them in a clinch hold. And then they would rotate around almost like musical chairs, where if they, as they were going, if they clinched the same person twice, they'd have to be out. And it was hard for them to keep track of who they were putting in a clinch hold because of how fast it was going. So he got out pretty fast, and something happened there. As he got out, he looked to me, and there was a look of almost concern. I saw him look up, and his eyes were just searching my face to see what my reaction would be. And I was just grinning at him. I remember thinking, hey, he's having fun. It makes sense that, you're going to get out eventually. And you did a good job. And I just remember thinking, I want him to send that message to him that, hey, buddy, don't even worry that you lost. Just it's a tough game you're playing. And I just gave him a nod and I just beamed at him. And he went from searching my face for reaction. And as soon as he saw me smiling at him, as big as I was, his whole body just relaxed. His shoulders relaxed, and he had this huge smile on his face, and he grinned, and he kind of gave me a nod. He went back to watching his class, real chipper. And in that moment, suddenly I had a memory of reading a book from the Hardy Boys series when I was 11, 12 years old. And Frank and Joe Hardy, I believe it was, the boys' names. They were at a college campus trying to investigate a hazing thing, and they heard this one boy pick up the phone from his dad who'd come to call him his academics, and the boy said, I had my test. And all the dad was interested in was, did you pass the test? Not how are you, how was the test, how are you feeling, just, did you pass it? And the boy's reaction was to get all tense. And I never thought when I was reading that book that one day when I was a father, I'd be thinking about interactions with my kids and thinking, hey, a lesson from this. It doesn't matter about the test. It matters just like, oh, hey, good job, you gave it your best effort. And watching the look in my son's face and you realize I wasn't caring about if he won or lost, just that he had fun, watching him relax was such a reward.